On the last episode of
World of Darkness, we shall tell thee a tale to curdle thy blood. In the beginning, there was only
Christoph,
who sacrificed his
Aniska,
out of love,
Christoph,
who was cast out,
Christoph.
who was cursed with the lust for.
Hey champ, that's really interesting. Next time, keep it to yourself.
And now back to the action. Now, going into Ardan's Chantry, there are a couple things you'll need to know. Or going into this Chantry, there are a couple
This
things
shop is but a mask, concealing the face of the Tremere in their lair.
First of all, my favorite soundtrack. Pure ambience. And it is glorious. Draw back this curtain.
What wonders are these? 'Tis as if the Tree of Knowledge and the Tree of Life have rooted in this terrible place.
These are magicked trees. The Tremere revel in their thaumaturgical power to reshape the world to their purposes.
Even the humble fruits of the earth are weapons to the Tremere.
And let us reap a harvest of unliving mages.
Alright. So first of all,
We have found the roots of the great trees and perhaps the root of Tremere
What
power.
wickedness do they brew here?
so a couple things about the Tremere Chantry. First of all are these summoning circles. They will randomly summon things like bloodstones, which can give you, a decent chunk of health. They also can summon homunculi as well. Like these things.
To the abyss with thee! To the abyss with thee! To the abyss with thee!
VTM bloodstones. Here. I believe they also have a chance of summoning actual golems. Oh, yeah. I don't want you. Ooh. Good chunk of change right there. So do approach the summon circles with caution. But it is worth it to check them, because bloodstones are awesome. Now, Tremere also will cast fire spells. Yeah, that's one of the most dangerous things about the Tremeres. They will throw fire at you. And fire in this game will not only damage you a lot, but it will also increase your frenzy rating, which you kind of don't want. Let's crank it over here.
To the abyss with thee!
As you can see, 2 fire blasts, and that's like a chunk of my health.
To the abyss with thee!
Oh! Oh no, region. So, minor things. Guys with purple robes, they go down. If you have a choice between red robe and purple robe, kill the purple robe. red robe will mean because purple robe will fuck you up. Oh yeah. I remember this.
Come, fool. I wish to test my newfound
Oh, also, if these guys summon any hoppers and kill them, summon the hopper, then they die. The hopper. Whoop!
to the abyss with thee. To the abyss with thee.
I would say I managed to dodge that, but I didn't. Take that. New armor look for Kristoff here. No chainmail? Chainmail. Identify. Now that is an interesting weapon right there. 40 aggravated damage. Now, aggravated is one of the 3 premier damage types in Vampire. Oh, also, Bloodstones give you like 70 points. I shall. Get out of here, elemental. And let's go to level 2. Sad that you can't go into the Tree of Life, Iker. I read the book. I think maybe it gives like experience or something like that. Alright, next up.
To the abyss with thee.
Alright, level 2 of the Chantry. Thaumatergy! This requires 25 wits and 25 intelligence, which I think you can already have at a base, but it gives you access to one of the coolest discipline trees in the game, and I will stand by it. Thaumatergy, one of the best discipline trees in the game. Let's get this shit. So, Thaumatergy is so good that it can actually outright just break encounters very easily. Thaumatergy. So, the first ability, not that good, I'll be honest. Second one, I mean, kind of alright, I guess, but ultimately not that good. The third one, oh boy, the third one. The third one can just siphon every drop of blood from someone, and they can't use any disciplines. And it is gorgeous. And the best part is, the blood cost on it, if you lower the blood cost with discipline bracelets that lower the cost of disciplines and so on and so forth, you can actually net positive with Theft of Vitae if you get it high enough. Cauldron of Blood, I've never really used it that much, but we'll make use of it this playthrough. But the one we're mainly making use of is Theft of Vitae. Now, do bear in mind, this is the first book of Thaumatergy you get. The second book of Thaumatergy you get in the next Tremere Chantry you go to is so much better. Oh, and something I should have mentioned at the start, but if you ever pick up a discipline book, always use it on Kristoff. Do not use it on Wilhelm or Serena. Because, well...
Good day to you, young sir.
Kristoff is the main character. He's the character you stay with the entire game. So, unless you don't plan on playing through the entire game, then normally speaking, bows are not really that worth it in this game because ammo and so on and so forth. You can occasionally stake vampires with the arrows, but I don't know what the percentile chance of that happening is. So I would much rather just slide in with a melee weapon and just crack the shit out of them. Or at later levels, just use Thaumatergy. Nothing but Thaumatergy. But regardless, now that we have our Thaumatergy all set up, also, Theft of Vitae works on anything.
We have found prisoners.
Thou art free of thy bondage by the power of the Prometheans.
Thanks upon thanks to thee for releasing us. Ye have saved us surely. Blessings upon ye, stranger.
One of them is even a nun. Hey, what's up, you guys? Also, if you'll notice, it's the same nun from, I believe, the second scene.
Shipping manifest for the October slave shipment. To be shipped, 7 mortal slaves and 3 Canaanite prisoners. The Ventru caravan master Count Orsi shall ship the slaves to the House de Hexi in Vienna.
Also, fun fact, shipping manifest for October.
Behold!
They're searing my flesh! Power. Power for time immemorial.
What the?
Ardan's Chantry number 3. The final countdown. That?
Mortal.
Like
You not have me to
Ah! No! Get him! Get him! I'm a small little boy, please! Oh, hey, look! This guy! And, slay more, play more. Now, this guy is great. Oh, there's Gargoyle. You there.
To the abyss with you.
Oh,
Hold. What manner of Cainite have they imprisoned here? He seems more animal than man.
Thou hast saved Eric of Clan Gangrel. According to the ancient Cainite law, I owe thee a life boon. I shall accompany thee and protect thee until such time as I discharge my debt.
Thou speaks with honor.
Thy providential attack did interrupt the wicked sorcerer Ardan, as he began a conjuration to twist me into a mindless gargoyle. At the sound of thy coming, the Tremere snake slithered into the chambers below. I am thine to command. After I have felt the Tremere's shriveled heart burst between my jaws.
Thou mayst tear the warlock's heart from his chest only after I have pried truthful answers from his mouth. Now let us go.
now, Eric is a fucking baller. And I love him. He's great. So, first of all, we're gonna give him Shooing. Oh, never mind. Starts with a Warhammer. It's better than anything I could have given him. At least for now. Heal up a little bit. And now, let's go and do a bit of hunting. Woo! Ardan's Chantry 4. Alright. I believe this is before a big boss fight. Although, I guess boss fight isn't exactly the word that I would use to describe it. More like beatdown. You there!
Do not
Okay.
attack me! I shall give thee all thy desires.
Hold, Ardan. I am Christoph Romuald of Clan Bruja. Where is Aneska?
Welcome, Christoph Romuald. Ah, yes. An intriguing woman came unto me. A nun she was. And she was my first nun. That is, she was the first nun who ever came seeking me. Aneska, her name. She sought the lore of the kindred. She sought our secrets. And she sought to learn of thee, Christoph. I was intrigued with such audacity.
Come to the point, Magus.
She seemed to have no fear. No fear at all. I was dumbstruck. She seemed possessed of the courage of 100 warriors, yet I could smell her fear. Well aware she was of the risk she ran. Was she filled with arrogant self-righteousness? No. She knew her God would not protect her from my hunger. Did she seek martyrdom? No. She clearly clung to her life and lived life with a passion I had not seen before in a nun. Was she mad? Or a mere fool? No. Behind her quiet words, there lurked a cunning mind. She was... I did not know what she was. And in not knowing, I was intrigued. Intrigued and, strangely, drawn to her.
I care not for thy loathsome appetites, Ardan. What became of her?
And she was quite beautiful. Didst thou know? Couldst thou see that behind her wimple, that her hair was long and auburn? Couldst thou see that beneath the shapeless folds of her robe, that she possessed a body as achingly beautiful as any odalisque? Truly, she chose the wrong profession to make the best use of the gifts God had bestowed upon her. In defiance of heaven, she had buried her talents in the field of the holy orders. Her beauty transfixed me, just as her courage thrilled me. I had never met a woman like her, and I shall never again. I had to have her. I had to make her my own child.
If thou dare to defile her in such a way, I swear I will burn thee to ash an inch at a time.
Thou might show more charity to the only one who can find her.
He baits thee, Christoph, and dawdles for some treacherous purpose. Pray, let me kill him!
Ardan, if thou dost fail to tell me where she is with thy next breath, Eric will behead thee before thou draw breath again.
I know not! I touched her not, but merely sent her away to the Tzimitzi.
Dost thou take me for a fool? Why wouldst thou send one thou lusted for to thy hated enemy?
My sire would not allow me another child, and I dared not defy him. But I could not bear the thought of another embracing her. So I sent her to the Tzimitzi. They are the only clan that would have no use for one such as she, so I could be sure they would not embrace her. They would simply kill her, thinking her a part of some Tremere scheme.
Devil-tongued fiend! Thou hast sent her to her death! Die!
Wait! She did return from the Tzimitzi.
What?
Liar! The Tzimitzi would have killed her.
Peace! Let him speak.
I asked her how she survived, and she said, her faith sustains her in all things. She even thanked me for sending her to the Tzimitzi. Ah, a most remarkable woman. My spies did tell of a premise revenant that did cower before the pure light of her faith, and sobbing like a child, whispered to her of Golconda.
Golconda? What is that?
The belief that a vampire can be redeemed, cured of the blood of Cain. 'Tis but a legend, and no more, told to give comfort to weak-willed Cainites. Yet no one knows more of Golconda than the great Tremere master, Atreus. She said she would go to him in his Chantry in Vienna. She even asked to ride to Vienna in our October caravan of slaves. What a woman!
Where is she? Tell me, or I will split thee in twain.
I delivered her to the Ventru caravan driver, Orsi, and they left 3 days ago for Vienna.
Dog! Thou hast enslaved her.
Ha! Master Atreus will take great delight in her. And now I have finished casting the spell that will destroy thee, thou love-struck clotpole!
Ardan, I will slay thee if it is my last act on earth!
Oh, you're gonna slay him? Nah, bitch. Fucker. Give me that blue. Out of here.
Joyce and our victory. Come, we return to the university in triumph.
Very well. But then I shall go to Vienna and reclaim fair Inesca from these cursed warlocks.
Hey, look at that. New discipline group and everything. Fuck yeah. Auspex? Whoop whoop! Auspex is really nice, but the only thing that's really good about it is Spirit's Touch. The rest of it is just nice. Ooh, Serena! Learning Lure of the Flames. Hell yes. So Torch doesn't matter. Fireball. Ooh, Fireball does. Now, you can also get Lure of the Flames as well. It's one of the second thaumaturgical paths that you can learn in this game as a player. But, oh, is it worth it? And then you have your boy over here, Mr. Gangrel, with his stuff. I'll give him extra buddies and extra blood healing. Oh, well. Guess there's no looting that place, but oh well.
I must take my leave of this city. I am sure the Tremere hold Aneska in their Vienna Chantry. I can no longer continue here while she remains in danger.
Ardan was a consummate deceiver. The Tremere have gathered fearsome power in Vienna, and we are not ready for bloody battle with the usurpers. They invited thee to play a sinister game. They know that one day we will have to attack their Vienna Chantry, and so they desire to force our hand before we are ready. I shall not be tricked. Only after we have gathered the other clans in alliance may we contemplate a strike against them. We will not venture into so palpable a trap.
Ooh. That's not gonna work for me, man.
But Aneska will die.
Many have died in the Elder Wars, and many more will die ere Gehenna comes. But fewer will die if we bide our time and heed not the trickery of the Tremere.
Nope. Can't abandon her. That's my bae.
But I cannot simply abandon Aneska to those fiends.
Thou canst and thou must. Thy claim upon her is born in weak-kneed, mortal sentiment. Release such frailties, and spare thyself further wretchedness. We cut our ties to mortals when first we received the blessing of Allfather Cain. Thou hast been reborn in blood, cleansed of mortal claims. Thou art exalted. Thou art immortal. Thou art finally free!
Huh. Really? And I thought we Prometheans respected the mortals.
I thought we Prometheans respect the mortals.
For a bumpkin of a holy warrior, thou dost reason like a Greek sage. We respect mortal men, but we do not seek kinship with the current breed. For lo these many generations, mortals have been cowed by the cleverness of the Incarnu, their faculties o'erthrown by scheming mages, and their wisdom tainted by demons. The little nobility left in them is tainted by corrupt rulers and priests. The mortals of Carthage were worthy companions. Their base progeny are not worth the spilling of the blood of immortals.
Gosh, all these other lines. I'm actually gonna reload my save before this. Save after this. I'm gonna reload it, and I'm gonna go through all these other dialogue options and see what happens as a result. Because I've never picked these other options, but I just want to see what's up. But primarily, we're doing this one.
Aneska is as noble a woman as any in Carthage. We must rescue her.
Brazen brat! Thou hast earned no such right. Even faithful Wilhelm would quake in fear before making such a selfish request.
Really? Wilhelm would quake in fear? But I'm not a bitch.
Perhaps, but I make it all the same.
Mayhap in a generation or two, thou shalt be deemed worthy of making such a request.
Really?
In a generation or two, she will die an old woman, even if she survives the Zamitsi.
Then let her die! She chose her path, not thee. She chose to enter the world of vampires. Thou canst not save the foolhardy from their own reckless ways. Remember, like Cain, we are not our brother's keepers.
Although, if I do recall properly, as was said earlier by this same lady, you guys pushed her away when you could have just said, oh yeah, he's here, and then that could have, all this shit would have been avoided. But no, you had to play the whole, ooh, sever your mortal ties, when you should have been playing the long game of letting the dude have his bay, and then using that against him. Guess these Promethean sages aren't all that experienced in the art of slithering around.
I dragged her down in this vile pit, and I will draw her back again.
I forbid it! Tread lightly, lest thou arouse my anger and provoke my powers upon thee.
Do as thou must to me, but I must rescue her.
Do as thou must, but I must rescue her. I know not the fate of my soul, only the state of my heart.
Very well. I see thy heart is fixed upon this course, and thou wilt not be denied. Go if thou wilt. Shouldst thou survive the Tremere trap, remember well this freedom I have bestowed upon thee. But I shall not attend this fool's errand. Only a Malkavian would follow thee.
Then call me a moon-mad child of Malkav, for I shall go.
Wilhelm, true bro.
Willem, thou art true a friend as any in God's kingdom.
A true fool. Mayhap I shall yet see this god of whom thou art overmuch fond.
Or mayhap we shall tear the foul halls of the Tremere down around their scabrous ears, and bring the black heart of their sire to a Katarina to wear as a charm.
Wilhelm, thou art mad! 2 Cainites cannot survive the house to Hexy.
Not 2, 3 shall go. Though I have no wish to see the inside of another Tremere Chantry, I shall discharge my life boon by accompanying the brave Bruja who pried open the jaws of the Tremere trap and released poor Eric.
Where Kristoff goes, Serena goes. Mayhap 4 shall prevail where 1 cannot.
Mayhap I shall have to replace 4 Prometheans.
Come, we leave for Vienna.
Hell yes. Let's fucking go. I don't need a humanity game to go save my bae.
This means traveling through the Bohemian forest. It is beset with werewolves, mortal enemies of our kind. Few Cainites survive the road.
There will be no trouble with the moon beasts while I am near. My clan has made peace with these creatures. We will have safe passage through the forest.
Very well. Let us leave by the east gate.
Prague. We will return, eventually, probably. Well, that's a wrap on today's video, and I can't thank you enough for staying till the end. It really helps support the channel and the content. If you like what I do, you can comment, subscribe, or perhaps even tap that like button. You can even do all 3 at the same time if you wanna. I don't see why you would say no to a guy like me, that is, unless you don't wish to feed my narcissism. But whatever choice you make, thank you for letting me brighten your day up. Check the description. I stream a D&D campaign weekly on Tuesdays and 2 to 3 times a week on Twitch. Join the Discord if you're feeling brave, and above all else, be good and have a wonderful day.
I understand.
Let's go with the first one.
Very well. Let us hear no more of the matter.
Ooh.
I obey. I will no longer seek to save her.
Thou hast chosen aright.
I do rechristen thee Peter, for like the apostle, thou hast denied her that thou lovest.
Then the matter is settled.
I understand.
Very-
I understand thy wisdom.
Brazen brat! Thou hast earned no such right. Even
Ooh, really? You need to go through all that hubbub? Huh.
Very well. I withdraw it. I will not seek to rescue her.
Thou hast chosen aright.
I do rechristen thee Peter, for like the apostle, thou hast denied her that thou lovest.
Then the matter is settled.
Yes, I reject her. Nothing ties me to the life I once had.
Thou hast chosen aright.
So be it, Judas. Thou hast betrayed her that thou lovest.
Then the matter is settled.
Huh. Seems like no matter which option you choose, you still leave for Vienna by the East Gate.
Aye. Aneska is a mere mortal. I will not spill my blood for her.
Thou hast chosen aright.
So be it, Judas. Thou hast betrayed her that thou lovest.
Then the matter is settled.
Alright then. So, it seems like most dialogue options end with William calling you Judas or St. Peter. And also humanity loss as well.
I see.
Very well. Let us hear no more of the matter.
Okay. So it goes down the same dialogue path.
I understand.
Brazen brat!
Very well. I withdraw it. I will not seek to rescue her.
Thou hast chosen aright.
I do rechristen thee Peter, for like the apostle, thou hast denied her that thou lovest.
Then the matter...
Alright then. Let's load up a final save. I believe there's one more dialogue.
I must take... But
Many...
But I...
That...
Leave.
I thought... Aye. Aneska is a mere mortal. I will not spill my blood for her.
Thou hast chosen aright.
So be it, Judas. Thou hast betrayed her that thou lovest.
Then the matter is settled.
Come, we leave for Vienna.
What?
Ekaterina hath learned that important Bruja were imprisoned on Orsi's caravan to Vienna. We must make all haste to overtake them.
Strange, is it not, that thou art given leave to travel after Aneska, only after thou hast forsaken her?